Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of our Let's Play series of Dyson Sphere. Last episode we looked at mining basics, getting a smelter, the basics of that, using an assembler, how that works, how we have to get power, and then storing stuff. But what we've created isn't the most fluid of it's not the most what's the best word to use? It's not very usable, is it? Because we've got one smelter off one line and then assembler, so it's a very dedicated, like, look at all this iron ore that we could be using doing other things, all this steel that could be used to do other things. So what I want to go into this episode is the research tree. I want to look at how this works, particularly this, because this is like what kickstarts you off on your main quest. You want to get your science labs up and going. So this is the electromagnetic matrix, which is basically a science lab, which allows you to research the other items on your big chart. Some items still, what are we looking for? Some items still require I'll find one in a minute. Upgrades maybe? Yes, some items still require like materials, and they can only be made within your mech. But what I want to do is I want to start looking at going into this. So what we need to do first of all is get ourselves some magnetic coils and get ourselves some like circuit boards. And for coils and circuit boards, what am I going to need? Let's go and have a look. Can I make them? Have I got enough? No, I'm lacking this. So what this is a magnetic ring, I think, is it? What's it called in this? Oh, it's just called a magnet. But this uses this ore. And if you look on each item, when you go to look at it, it tells you what it can be made in. It says made in smelting facility. Or you can hand make them. So I can either take the ore out of like this device, out of this machine here, or I can get another smelter and just drop it down here for now.
You built a smelter, which can smelt basic materials, such as iron ingots.
I'm just gonna let him talk.
Automatically, while you want to make the raw materials and products get in and out of it autonomously, you need to use sorters and conveyor belts. Yes, you do. The sorter is
right, so this is going to make
connector of cargoes between facilities. It
this
will
is going to make
transport them as long as the supply facility and the receiving facility.
This is just going to make magnets. So I'm just going to keep taking the magnets out of there by hand just for now. And we're going to go over to our copper. We're going to need to bring this over so they're kind of mixed together at some point. I'm just going to take all of that for now and then just leave that going. I want to get the research up and going first, and then we'll get some sort of system working to build belts for us, because you're going to need a lot of belts and a lot of sorters. So I think building a lot of belts and sorters will help us. Right, so can we build enough of these? So this makes, we need 10. This makes 2 for every one that we make, so we'll go 5 of them. Circuit boards we also need 10 of. How many can we make? It says up here how many the maximum is you can make. So we'll whack this right up to 10. 10's the most this will let you do. So there you are, 10 of them. And this will get us our research. While that's doing that, we can look at what it takes to make belts. So belts are going to be our first thing that we want. I'm actually going to press X and get rid of all this, because we're going to redo this. We're going to redo most of this. We'll keep this line. I keep pressing escape, so I apologise. It's a habit.
When putting a conveyor belt, all you need to do is determine the starting point and the end point.
Right, let's set this down here, so we've got plenty of space.
use the down arrow key to drop down one level after the conveyor.
There we go. I didn't actually want to put that on there, but we did. As you can see, your robots will go to the nearest point as well. But as you use your robots, your power goes down quite a lot. I'm just going to put some leaves to burn. So that's iron there going along. And in order to make belts, we need 2 iron, 1 cog. So we're going to need at least an assembler. So how many assemblers we got? We've got an assembler here. We're going to need more. So let's go and make ourselves some more assemblers.
You have a building without recipe set. Please set the recipe you want. After selecting the...
I don't know why this guy keeps popping up and telling me this. I know.
You have a building without recipe set. Please set the recipe you want. After selecting the recipe, you can use the less than
power's
key to copy
being
the
used
recipe,
quite a lot.
and the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
Right, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put this here and here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a track, which is going to run from here just along the front. And you're going to see what I'm going to do now. Have we got a chest? Yes. Okay. So if we're going to put a chest here, this is going to be our chest to store our belts in.
You built a storage, which can be used to store cargo. You can manually store or use the sorter to automatically stock the cargo.
So I'm just going to move this along to here, like so. And we're going to need some more saucers. There we go. Let's make a few of them. And now what I'm going to do is this is going to make cogs. Put it onto this belt line here. And these two are going to make... I've actually made these quite far away. So everything there is going in on this belt. It's going to go in and it's going to come out. And for these... Core energy depleting soon. Please refuel. So I need to refuel. So I'll just put some. I'll just use some wood for now. We're going to need to take out. We're going to need more. We need more. Christ. Also, if you stand still, your power goes up very slightly. So if you don't move, you don't do anything, it will go up slightly. Right, so let's just tell these what to do. So I want you to make cogs. And then what I want you to do is to go to the buildings and make belts. And now this, if you press the less than key and then press the greater than key, it tells this to also make belts. How's our power looking? We're peaking and hitting it occasionally, so that's not too good. So I'm going to tell myself to make... I'm just going to make 3 more. Just because we need them. I'm just going to move them over here. Try and fit them in.
Wind turbine. You have established your
I think
first
if you
power
ignore
grid.
the message, it carries on talking. It'll just carry on.
Use the Tesla tower to extend the area of the power grid.
Right, so what's that gave us now? Well, we've got 1.8 megawatts, and we're using up to, I think, 1.25 kilowatts. But this now, as you can see, will constantly have belts for us. So we don't need to make belts anymore. That's our first little factory to make belts. Right, so this is a matrix lab. Now, for the first few, you're going to want to make about 6 of them. Well, you get given one when you get it. You get given one when you get it, and you're going to want to make about 6 of them. So this is asking me I'm going to need iron ingots, I'm going to need glass. I'm going to need circuit boards. So if I got iron ingots, I haven't actually got any. So I'll just go over to here. Take all the iron out of that. Go over to the buildings again. So that's what we're missing for that. We need glass, which means we need, if you click on the item which is red, it'll tell you what you need. It says you need stone. So what I'm going to go and do is I'm just going to come over to this area here and mine the stone. So I'm just going to wait until this goes up. Two. And then we're going to need 3 more. So I'm just going to keep mining the stone. My core power's going down. No. Okay, I'm just going to tell this. I'm just going to tell it to go and cut down a few trees. If you right click on like some items, then you hold shift, he will basically carry on, queue up things, and he'll just jump to certain areas. As you can see, he's pretty much ran out of energy there. Right, so let me get a bit more energy back. Wood and leaves are not great as an energy source. I'll give you that now. They're very early on in the game. But I'm trying to get to... How many of these do we have now? We already have 3. I think it's... Is it copper now we're lacking? I think we're lacking copper. Is it? Let's have a look. It says we're lacking something here. Ah, magnets. I think we've been mining stone too much. We need magnets, which we are producing over here. I'm just using the actual smelter itself as a storage for now until I've got everything I need set up. We've got 4. There's 5. I mean, I can just take the raw materials. Can't do it myself. Okay, there we go. Make another one. Right, so there's 2 uses for this. Now, the reason I've made so many of these is to show you how you can use them. So, they come out and they look like this, and they have literally entries and exits on all sides because of you can make several things. So there's
Matrix Lab. You can use it to make super matrices or research technologies that require them to unlock.
Right.
The super matrices are the source code of the center brain for maintaining the homeworld. You could upload as many super matrices to the center brain as possible. You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the homeworld simultaneously.
Okay, here we go. So
you have done building the first power transmission facility, Tesla Tower. It can carry out short-distance wireless power transmission and expand the power supply area of the...
I'm trying to explain. Right, so what these can do is they can make the... There's like 5 different... they call them matrices, which are like sciences, really. So you can basically click on the blue. If you click on the actual tower itself and click on the blue icon, that will tell it to make these blue icons, so these blue science packs. So what you would then do is you would feed this tower with the materials it says here. So you would feed it with circuit boards and magnetic coils, And every time you feed it with them, it will just keep processing and making the blue matrix. The other way of using it is if you click this, it will research anything that you're going at the moment, at like the time. So if I was to say research, let's just pick something. We'll do this because improved logistics is pretty good because we get we get a like a splitter. So if we click that and then we untick this box here, what that means is that it will only research while in a lab. You can come back here and tick the box again, but if you untick this box and use inventory items, it means it will use super matrices only, and that is where you feed your blue sciences or your blue matrices into your laboratory version. So the reason I built several more is because of, at the beginning you can stack them, because you can stack items. Items are stackable in this game, much like storage boxes. Have I got multiple storage boxes? Can I go and make multiple storage boxes? No, storage boxes can be stacked as well. And at the beginning of the game, it's capped at 3. It's capped at 3. But because of one of these is doing the... like, this is doing the research. This is doing the matrix build. If you want to go back, you can click this. And it involves the whole tower. So the whole tower does whatever the one underneath it does. So if I was to say, right, you do the research... and you do the build, I just have to feed this all the materials and then pass them over to this one, like so. So if I have the materials ready, I can just do that. So what does it require? It requires coils and circuit boards. Can I make any? Let's make 10 of them. And we're like in iron plates. And 10 of them.
You can now click the planet thumbnail button in the lower left corner of the screen.
Occasionally it'll pop up and tell you stuff.
The planet view mode.
So what he's basically telling me is I can click this and view the entire planet. And it shows you the North Pole and such.
In the planet view mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button drag, rotate the angle of view, and hold down the right mouse button.
So you can, what you can actually do here,
angle of view. Press
like,
M key to point to the front
that's a nice large piece of that's a large, nice piece of area there.
Mode, slide the mouse wheel to enter the star map mode.
If you keep zooming out, you can keep zooming out and zooming out and zooming out, and it will show you this solar slick. This is our planet, which is actually a moon, technically, because it's orbiting another planet as opposed to orbiting the sun itself. So what we actually have here is we're actually on a moon, which is orbiting a planet, which is orbiting this star, and then there's other stars as well. Like this is a star, doesn't seem to have any planets orbiting it. Let's go over to this one. There's so many. Let's go over to that one. As you can see, all of these are accessible as well. So you can go to all these. So it requires drive engine 4. It's 34 light years away. Holy Christ. But yeah, this is in our solar system itself. We have several things. Several planets in our own solar system. And this one is 1,976 miles away from us. We will get to the point where you can actually go to the planet. So if you press M again, you'll just come back out, and then you can just press M again, you'll go back into your own planet. where you are, and our sciences are done. So what we can now do is we can click here, and we can click, okay, put them in there, put them in there, and off it goes. It'll start researching. And now what it'll do is it'll fill the first one up, then it'll fill the second one up, then it'll fill the next one up. So as soon as this one's full, this has got 20 and this has got 20, it'll go to the next one. That'll have 20, that'll have 20, then it'll go to the next one. That'll have 20, that'll have 20. So it basically does it 3 times as fast. And then that goes in and keeps transferring across. Every time this makes one, it will transfer across into this one. So what you'll end up doing is having somewhere on your world where you just have your research, and then you'll send all your sciences to it. So for this episode, I think that's about it. We managed to cover the science towers. In the next episode, I want to get on to making a better connection between our copper and our iron. Maybe start doing some stone, clearing some stuff out. We've got to find some coal as well. I think we've got coal somewhere. We've got over there, we've got crude oil. We've got some copper over here. I didn't see that. I might use that. What's that over there? Let's have a look. I'm just trying to see on the planet what we got. We've got to have copper here somewhere. We've got more crude oil, more iron. I mean, we did have some trouble just trying to find some iron at the beginning. But yeah, for this episode, guys, that's it. Please give the channel a thumbs up for a like. Please subscribe to the channel, guys. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if there's any people that you know will enjoy the video, please do send them over. That'd be really appreciated. Any questions you have, please leave me in a comment. Don't forget to join the Discord, guys. Add me on Twitter, anything in order to get in contact with me, just to be able to ask questions, or maybe you want to hang out, maybe you want to play a game. I'm down for all that. So guys, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.